Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is while you're watching this. You're joining me while I have a quick check out of a few local green lanes before we start the Scrammer Lane days in May with Cooper motorcycles. And today I'm going to do a quick review of a Rokit tyre inflator which I bought recently, and it's battery powered, so you don't need to worry about finding somewhere to plug it in on your bike. The main unit has got a set of controls on it and a display, intuitive, but you also get some instructions, a tyre inflator, and also a little plastic bag full of odds and ends for inflating different things, such as a Presto valve adapter for a push bike, a ball inflator, and another adapter. Not shown here is the little charging lead you also get with it. It's one of the USB-C types, which are fairly common now. Rounding up to the nearest 5mm, the unit measures 85mm wide, 130 long and 45 deep. Of course, this comes in a cardboard box with all the accessories, and the overall box dimensions are 150 long, 105 wide and 80 deep. In terms of weight, the actual pump itself without anything attached weighs 395 grams, call it 400, and with everything else and in the cardboard box it weighs 512 grams, just over half a kilo. So let's see how it performs in blowing up a 180 55 17-inch tyre like I've got on my Hornet, and it's also quite common on a lot of other bikes as well, such as my Tracer 9. Pressing and holding the centre button starts it up. It'll give you a pressure readout, and pressing the plus button will tell you what you've already set the pressure to if you already have. So let's start it up and see how long it takes to inflate a tyre. So, while we're waiting for the tyre to inflate, I thought I'd share a little insight into why the UK is better than the USA. The UK is a kingdom, and we're led by a king. The USA is a country, and I'm sure you can see where the punchline is going with this one. And there we are. 8.5 minutes later, one fully inflated tyre. Now, I'm not about to trust the pressure gauge on this unit, so I'm going to test it against one I know that's accurate, and indeed it is showing 42 psi. Of course, the air going in there has been compressed, it's warmed up, so you might want to give it a little bit of time and recheck it, or just overinflate to about 44 psi, and when it cools it should be ready at 42 for your riding. Another check that I did is to see how many times this unit would inflate the tyre when fully charged. It will do 2.5 inflations. The third one got to about 22 psi, which is pretty much half fully inflated. So you won't be able to inflate all your mates' tyres if you've been off-roading and they need quite a lot of air pumping into them. Recharging the 5.2 amp hour, of course everything needs to be big numbers, so that's 5,200 milliamp hours. Integral battery will take about an hour and a half using the supplied USB charging lead. The only other thing, the hose from the pump to the tyre is a little bit on the short side, so you might end up holding the unit while it inflates the tyre. But the unit doesn't actually get that hot. It warms up, yes, but the battery and the pump don't seem to overheat, and it looks like a good unit. Of course, the battery will die in time. I can't see any way of getting into the unit, so it might be a case of chuck it away and buy a new one. Very annoying. You should be able to repair stuff, and if the battery's gone down, you should just be able to buy another battery for it. I'll give it to the end of the year, do a few more inflations and recharges, and see what the battery life is like in a few months' time. Anyway, for now, tatty bye.